Well, we're hearing all the time about the troubling economic times that we're in, but we're here today to talk about the Rocky River Chamber of Commerce Business Expo and to talk about how businesses are coming together in our area and how they're growing and developing. And we're here today with the Rocky River Chamber of Commerce President Jim Riedl. Hi, Jim.
Hi, Stacy.
And we have another Jim with us, the Vice President of Cuyahoga Community College's Corporate College, Jim Potantus. How are you today?
I'm great, Stacy. Thanks for having us.
Jim, I'm going to start with you because I know the Rocky River Chamber of Commerce Business Expo this year is Thursday, October 15th, but why don't you tell us a little bit about the Expo this year?
Well, Stacy, it's our signature event. We're very proud of it, and in our 8th year, we've gotten bigger and better every time. It's held at the Don Umberly Civic Center, so we have a beautiful facility to hold the Expo. We have wonderful sponsors. Some of the things that will attract people are we have area restaurants providing free food. This year we're doing something a little different. We're having a wine tasting from 5 to 7 p.m., which we're very excited about. And also we'll allow some of our retail merchants sell items this year, which is new also. So,
what is the benefit of an organization getting involved in the Business Expo? What's the goal kind of the businesses? And well, I'm going to ask you, and then I'm going to talk to Jim
good.
Also.
I mean, our biggest goal is to get people together, especially businesses. And as you said in the opening, in this environment, it's really important to get out there.
Right.
And I think people are a little afraid to spend money right now on true advertising, but this is a way for a small price that you can get in front of several thousand people in
Sure.
a short amount of time. And I think it's critical that we, help people with their exposure. And it's not just about the people that are walking through to see the expo. A lot of our exhibitors find other exhibitors that they can communicate with and do business with. So it seems to work really, really well.
Tri-C's Corporate College, I know you're a platinum sponsor this year. Why do you get behind the expo, and what do you guys get out of it?
I'll tell you, last year was the first year in attendance for myself, and I think the major takeaway that Jim referenced was really the networking amongst the other businesses that were in the room. It was the friendships and finding those mutually rewarding relationships between each other. That was the big win, I think, for us and those individuals that we've since developed working relationships with, great partnerships, and even some friendships have evolved out of it from the past year.
You mentioned, Jim, that there's some wine tasting new this year. Anything else new this year?
I like the way you focused on that, Stacey.
I know. Well, I'm pretty excited about that.
As are we. Yeah, we have all sorts of new things going on every year. So I'd encourage the attendance. I mean, that's the most important thing to us is to get a lot of people there. Mm-hmm. We try to draw. We do a heavy advertising. Mark Bishop from WKNR is going to be there doing a live remote this year. He'll be right next to the Cox booth also, which will be very, very nice.
Absolutely.
We're excited with our 2 platinum sponsors this year, Cox and Tri-C Corporate College, and I think this is a true testament of your guys' involvement in our community, and we really appreciate it.
Yeah, absolutely. So who comes to this? Who can come to this event?
It's open to anyone. We ask that they be 18 years old or older. We want this to be a business focus. This is not a socializing event.
Right.
This is for putting businesses together with businesses, and I think that's what Jim found, that yes, we're very welcoming and very friendly, but we also want to encourage people to find some common ground with their businesses, and I think Jim found that.
Yeah, I think that was the real aha moment as you come through, that there were individuals and organizations from all throughout, but there was a genuine interest in becoming linked in and maintaining ongoing relationships. It was interesting, the restaurants interacting with the local businesses interacting with the insurance companies. I mean, it was really an environment that I think there were a lot of takeaways for individuals, not just go look at some booths, grab a few free takeaways or freebies, so to speak. There were a lot of individuals that really spent some time getting to know each other, that I'm sure a lot of business meetings evolved. I know my calendar filled up quite a bit afterwards with local companies. Tell me more about the training that you do with organizations, things of that nature, and just all sorts of conversations.
It's amazing how people network and start to really come together at this event.
And one of the nice things about Cox is you guys provide our services there, so people can come up and set up with the internet and phone systems through Cox while they're at the event. So if you want to do some live feeds on your laptop or your computer system, you can do it while you're there at the expo through Cox. So we appreciate that part.
Well, and it sounds like the participation this year is every bit as great. It continues to grow despite the, as we mentioned, troubling economic
Yeah,
times.
and Jim mentioned Liz Manning, who's our executive director, and she's been a wonderful advocate of this. The big thing is we don't want to lose ground during bad economic times. In fact, I think we're going to actually gain ground this year.
I agree, and I'm sure you guys will find the same success this year and the same warmth.
Absolutely. I mean, it's the relationships we've just established from last year to this year have been great. Look forward to continuing those. And I think to Jim's point, it was to go through. I think at a lot of expos sometimes it's kind of difficult. Hey, do you want to come work the booth or stand out in front? I think at the Rocky River it's a lot of fun. There's some excitement, great foods from the different organizations. Wine tasting, we may have to like sell tickets to our team this year. But I think it was more. Even if you don't set up at a booth, I strongly recommend you go just to be able to introduce yourself amongst the group that's there. But I would tell you it's great value to set up and to give yourself the opportunity to increase your exposure. I'd argue that it's probably one of the greater values that you can come across, especially in today's times right now.
So if people want to find out more information about the Expo, where would they go to find that?
They can go several different places. They could go to rrexpo.com. They can go on the Rocky River Chamber of Commerce website, or they can call the office directly at 440-331-1140. As you know, Stacy, the Expo runs from 2 to 7 p.m. at the Don Everly Civic Center. It's on the corner of Hilliard and Wagger Roads in Rocky River.
And how much does it cost? Say I don't become a sponsor. How much would it be for me to attend?
Just to come in and see everything and eat all that fabulous food, what a great value. It's free. It's absolutely free.
Wow, fantastic. I do encourage everyone to get involved in the Rocky River Chamber of Commerce Business Expo this year. And again, it's Thursday, October 15th.
Correct.
So we will see you guys there, and I know it's going to be even bigger and better than last year.
Thanks, Stacy.
Sure.
Thank you.
Thank you, guys.